WWE might be making a mistake as we go closer and closer to WrestleMania. In case you missed it, there has been a rumor circulating the WWE, and specifically Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton. And this rumor has me nervous, I'm not going to lie. The rumor currently is that when Drew McIntyre faces off against Cody Rhodes on the upcoming episode of Friday Night SmackDown, Drew is going to lose the Universal Championship. Now, again, I feel like this could be a mistake if WWE wants to go down this route. So in today's video, we are going to be talking all about what this rumor could look like depending on which way it ends up going. But real quickly, before we get too far ahead in the video, I want to say that if you are a WWE fan, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. That is all we post is WWE related content. So if you're a WWE fan, again, consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind later. So let's start off by talking about Drew McIntyre. Since Drew McIntyre has become the Universal Champion, he's really only had one main feud, and that's Cody Rhodes. And if this rumor ends up being true, and they're going to have Drew drop the title to Cody and go on to WrestleMania without the title, it would feel like to me that they never really gave Drew a real good opportunity with the Universal Championship. We know that Drew McIntyre is capable of having these unbelievably good feuds. We saw it with CM Punk, and that's an example that I'm going to go back to time and time again. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk's feud is one of my favorite, if not my favorite feud of all time, and I truly honestly believe that it is one of the best feuds that we have had in recent years. And something to remember about that feud is that it wasn't even a WrestleMania feud. Because CM Punk got injured, Drew had to do a lot of the heavy lifting in that feud. So for me, if Drew ends up losing this title, it's just going to feel like they never really gave him a real opportunity to show what he's truly capable of carrying the title. Because this entire time, again, his main feud has been Cody Rhodes. And in my opinion, they should have left their final match, the 3 Stages of Hell match, to be the last match because it was such a good match. Or at least have it be the last match between them two for quite some time, not just a few months after the fact. So I don't want to see Drew lose this title yet. I think he has still got so much left to offer while carrying the Universal Championship that having it end right now before WrestleMania, again, it just feels like a mistake to me. And you are talking to someone whose favorite WWE superstar of all time is Randy Orton. And obviously, I want to see Randy Orton get to 15 championships. I want to see that, but not at the expense of possibly ruining all the momentum that Drew McIntyre has on his side. And when you look at Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes, again, yes, it does sound like they are going to go down that route. And to WWE's credit, this is a match that we have been wanting and waiting since Cody Rhodes made his return, basically. And for all these years since then, we've been getting these little teases between Cody and Randy, and maybe it's finally the time that they're actually going to give us this match, and it just hasn't never happened up to this point. Now here's the thing with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. The title doesn't even necessarily need to be on the line in this match. Everybody knows the story, the history between Randy and Cody. Everyone knows the student versus teacher story that they would be able to tell. And again, it's a match that has been so anticipated for such a long time now. The title doesn't need to be in this match. Again, as much as I would love to see Randy Orton claim number 15, I just don't think it's worth losing all the momentum that Drew McIntyre has. Now, in my opinion, SmackDown has been the better product compared to Monday Night Raw on most weeks. I'm not saying that every episode has been great, but it just feels like it's been the better show than Raw recently. And I think a lot of that has to do with Drew McIntyre, because even though that they're not having a proper feud with Drew right now, it's the unpredictability of Drew McIntyre in this role, carrying the Universal Championship, that makes whatever they're trying to do interesting, because you never know when Drew's going to pop up next. And again, you can make such an interesting match with Drew McIntyre still as champion. I talked about it in my recap for Elimination Chamber about how I could see that possibly being a triple threat between Drew, Randy, and Cody. I talked about it possibly being a fatal four-way between Drew, Randy, Cody, and Jacob Fatu, who's also in the mix of all of this story. So it just would feel like if Drew was to lose the title right now, it just feels like the title reign would kind of stop before it really truly got going, in my opinion. And I just don't understand the whole story with Nick Aldis making the match for Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, because let's not forget, the contract that was signed for the 3 Levels of Hell match said that Cody Rhodes was not allowed to get another title opportunity if he lost. And here we are, a couple months later, and Cody Rhodes is somehow back in the mix. And for me personally, I just feel like Cody Rhodes is better and more interesting when he is chasing the title going into WrestleMania as opposed to him carrying the title into WrestleMania. The build between John Cena and Cody Rhodes heading into last year's WrestleMania wasn't all that spectacular of stuff. However, I felt like their feud going into SummerSlam was a lot more interesting because Cody was chasing the title that time. So again, something that I want to make sure that everybody remembers here is that this is just a rumor, and we won't actually know what happens, obviously, until we see the next episode of Friday Night SmackDown. And again, I'm just really hoping that this does stay a rumor, and we end up getting a bit of a surprise, maybe, and seeing Drew McIntyre win and retain, and then we get something maybe a little bit different at WrestleMania. And again, you could have Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes at any point in time, and people are going to be on board because of how long we have wanted to see this match, how long we have anticipated this feud to finally start happening. People would be on board whether the title is on the line or not. So this is where I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this rumor. And let me know what you want to see happen. Do you want to see Drew McIntyre defeat Cody Rhodes and retain the Universal Championship? Or do you want to see Cody Rhodes win back the Universal Championship and go on to face Randy Orton for the title at WrestleMania? As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments section. And while you're down there, swing by the description and click the Linktree link. That is the only link in the description for a reason. That is because it'll take you to all of the social media platforms for this channel. I do strongly suggest going and checking out our X page. Besides YouTube, I am most active over on X. We do updates for Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and the PLEs. We are also over on Instagram and TikTok. Over there, you can expect clips from these videos, and it's just another place for me to post when I do upload a video on here to YouTube. So if you enjoy these videos and you're looking for some extra content, again, Linktree link in the description. It'll take you to wherever you want to go. So with all that said and finally done, that is going to do it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Again, both are free. Both really help out the channel a lot. And of course, if you have made it to this point of the video, I want to say thank you very, very much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch these videos here, because it genuinely does mean the world to me. And as always, stay tuned for more WWE content coming in the future. We'll see you next time.